How much house does the modern American couple really need? Well, answers vary widely, of course, but for one billionaire tycoon and his wife, something the size of a small airport seemed reasonable. So they set out to build a mega mansion modeled after the Palace of Versailles, even let a filmmaker follow the progress. And then came the great crash of '08. Pain, lawsuits, and a new film that could provide cold comfort to so many stung by this economy. Here's ABC's Matt Gutman with tonight's Realty Check.
And now we're going to take a look into the largest home in America.
Welcome to Versailles.
So here's our grand entrance.
Not bad. It's the McMansion supersized, 90,000 square feet, and if it's ever completed, it'll be one of the biggest houses ever built. Bigger than a 747 hangar, 2 full acres of interior space. So big, in fact, they're planning to navigate it in segways.
This is our sushi bar area. 2 movie theaters. That's the observation deck.
Jackie Siegel is the lady of this Orlando area colossus and stars in a forthcoming documentary about her family's quest to build the biggest home in America.
The bowling alley is downstairs. People say, oh, why do they need 9 kitchens? Okay. We
Are
have
there
a
9 kitchens?
Yeah.
But the house is still just a giant husk, unfinished all because they ran out of funds, another casualty of the economic downturn. You see, if Jackie's the queen of Versailles, her 77-year-old husband David Siegel is the timeshare king, founder and CEO of one of the biggest timeshare companies in the world, Westgate Properties.
I stopped construction so I wouldn't take money out of the company, so I wouldn't have to lay off any people. I couldn't pay the principal payment because I didn't want to take any money out of the company for a house when we needed the money in the business.
When they broke ground in 2003, Siegel's business was booming. And not long after, Jackie and her husband agreed to let a film crew document the building process, along with their personal lives and the lives of their 8 children, 5 dogs, one of them taxidermied.
We didn't start out having a 90,000 square foot house. It was more like a normal 60,000 square foot house.
Normal?
No, not normal. We knew what we wanted, and we had, 8 children.
And that's the thing. They are a couple that spends millions at the bat of an eye. And this is when we're talking about $4 million worth of mahogany doors and windows. That's all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
But also consider themselves, well, frugal. I want you to pick up the cups that you've been carrying around.
Well, I don't know about hers.
Well, they're matching cups, so there's clearly some synchronicity here.
Twins separated at birth.
That's all I use. Keeps it cold, and it's cheap.
The Siegels offered filmmaker Lauren Greenfield full access.
It took me a while to fall in love with him.
Not just into their home, but also into their prickly marriage.
Does our marriage, being married to me, give you strength?
No.
Yes, it does. He's a liar. No, just kidding.
Does it give you strength?
No.
At least he's honest.
It gives me motivation.
But it all seemed to come crashing down in 2008.
The market fell over 700 points.
The bottom fell out of the market.
I would say it's touch and go right now.
Greenfield's cameras were there to capture it.
We don't talk about financial problems.
The Siegels had to stop construction for 3 years, putting Versailles on the market.
You can buy the palace that timeshare mogul David Siegel already wants to sell.
And cutting back on expenses, servants, they now only have about 4 or 5 nannies, and shopping.
Obviously, when money was in demand, we had to cut back on our personal expenses.
So going from beluga to a set of caviar?
No, but maybe. I don't know if she changed caviars.
But did you, or you did? Capturing the impact of the financial downturn on the Siegels earned Greenfield the Best Director Award at Sundance, but also a libel suit from the Siegels.
I was joking when I said, I hope this doesn't become a rags to riches to rags story. It never became rags. They took that quote out of context and said, riches to rags, to appease the 99%ers who don't like the 1%ers.
Siegel sued the filmmaker for allegedly portraying Westgate as financially wobbly. The filmmakers say they made the film with the full cooperation of the Siegels, and this lawsuit, they say, is a meritless legal and PR campaign. Siegel says his business is now thriving again, as is Jackie's shopping.
Oh my goodness. Her shopping. Gucci, Valentino, Versace.
He would say I'm an extremist. Like, if I get into something, I like the best of everything.
She has so many extravagances that you can't remember them all.
Are you a shopaholic?
I'm not a shopaholic, but...
Yes, you are.
These days, the couple is trying to get permits to build again.
This is their movie theater?
Yeah, that's their movie theater.
Looks like I said
Too small.
That's too small.
This is just too small for you?
That is.
They see Versailles as the successor to the Hearst Castle and the Vanderbilt mansions.
It still doesn't feel big. I mean,
You want to make it bigger?
No, I don't want. I want to make it done.
In the meantime, Jackie and her sprawling family live here, a 26,000 square foot stepping stone, with a multi-room 2-story closet with a built-in stripper pole. Her next closet should be even bigger.
Actually, maybe it is smaller than my other house's closet.
But it's 4,000 square feet, right?
Thought it was.
Yeah, I don't think it's big enough.
I didn't realize that. Darn it. Good thing we came over here.
I'm glad we got some good work done here.
I'm starting to like get upset because this looks too small.
I'm Matt Gutman for Nightline at the Versailles Mansion in Windermere, Florida.